store, and iPhone 8 has arrived. Unfortunately, iPhone X doesn't come out for some time, so I'm going to just check out the iPhone X when that eventually comes available. But for right now, I'm taking a look at the iPhone 8. So this is a glass-backed gold, the new gold. So as you can see, the iPhone 8 is, they're trying to get everybody to lease these phones because they understand that the vast majority of buyers want to be able to upgrade their phones after 1 year. Now you see, we're not dealing with those Galaxies and shit. You ain't never seen a Samsung store with this many people in it. I was in Dubai, I didn't see a Samsung store with this many people in it. Look at all these people. This right here is America, and all these people want iPhone. So anyway, the glass back, it feels like a laminate cover. I mean, it's nonetheless elegant, and to tell you the truth, I'm actually glad that they're starting to put glass, and the reason why is because the metal backing, I always cover the metal, while the glass has been such a good glass that I've never felt that I had to do a screen cover. So, to tell you the truth, I mean, this design really hasn't changed much from the iPhone 7. The only thing that really changed is the finish on the back, and now it's just glass. I think iPhone X should have had the fingerprint scanner right here under the Apple, so that this way when you hold it, you can scan it with this fingerprint on the back. But the clickbait journalists that tried to trick us into giving them views and clicks said that it would, but eventually we found out that it didn't. So it has Touch ID, as you can see, and this is just the demo model right here. And this is that, yeah, I mean, it looks great. I have to wonder what'll happen if somebody drops this thing and falls on the back and the glass cracks. But it looks very good. Looks wonderful. I already set up Touch ID myself. Yeah, Touch ID, I actually really like Touch ID, but let's look at another one. So that's the Plus model. This is the Mini, the small.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, finish is very nice. You know, the thing about Apple products is all of us basically experience the exact same thing when we buy one. You see, that's how you differentiate it from that shit that Samsung's selling. And this is the silver model. You know, there's a lot of people that like to criticize, oh yeah, well, Apple's just getting stuff that Samsung had for years and that Android fans had for years, blah, blah, blah. It's like, the thing about it is, the free market is always right. If people wanted those other phones and stuff, they'd buy that instead. And a lot of people do. The only thing about it is, we don't want that. We want iPhone. And this feels so good in the hands. The back now, I mean, the back feels good. It doesn't have a textured grip at all because it's just plain it's like that laminate glass, but it feels good. It feels really good in the hand, just as good as the one that I'm currently using, my iPhone 7 Plus. But I have to say, to me, I have, as you know, I have an iPhone 7 Plus 256 gigabyte. In my opinion, I'm disappointed that it feels like they actually went back a step. Because the thing about it is, you can get black, you can get silver, you can get gold, but that's it. We were promised that sooner or later there'd be a blue version. So where's the blue version? Well, there's no blue. You know, and this looks so good. It almost feels like, because there's no metal to worry about scratching, it almost feels as if I wouldn't even need a protective cover at all for the back. Like, this really feels like a device that I could put right in my pocket without ever having to worry about scratches. Because I'll tell you, the glass on the front of these things is fantastic. But I am disappointed that they've gone down in the number of color options. Like, there should be black, there should be primary colors. There should be like gold, silver, blue, black, and there's not. And I really think that's what they should have had. And a lot of people I noticed are complaining. People finally got the balls to start complaining about the fact that the iPhone X has that horrible camera dimple, or I don't know what they're calling it, but it has that camera area that when you turn it into landscape mode, you see that camera area right there. I really think that they messed up. The iPhone X should have had a front exactly like this. You shouldn't be able to see the division. You should have had a full glass screen. Now, who knows? Maybe the iPhone X1 11 will have it the way that we wanted it to be, but only time will tell. But I have to say, this thing feels so good. This thing really feels so good in the hands. I don't even think I would need a protective cover for this. And that's saying a lot. I really like the way this feels in the hands. And as you can see, this is the Plus model. And because I have large hands, it fits perfectly in my hands. That's why it's also easy for me to use a Desert Eagle, while some people are like, oh yeah, Desert Eagle's too big. But nah, for me, it fits perfectly. And I've been happy with iPhone since the iPhone 6 Plus 128. Because to tell you the truth, the 6 Plus 128 was really their perfect phone. It had the big screen, it had the 64-bit processor, it had the 1080p camera, and when they moved to the 6S, they got the 4K camera. But to tell you the truth, it's like, after they put that big screen on that 6 Plus, this phone basically became absolutely perfect at that point, because they gave you an option between getting this and getting the smaller one. And I think that by having 3 sizes of these phones, it's like you can't go wrong. You know, I'm really, really happy with iPhone. And to tell you the truth, I'm so happy with iPhone 7 Plus that I almost feel no need to really upgrade to the iPhone X. But I'm going to upgrade to the iPhone X specifically because it has a better camera with 4K 60 frames per second, and it has 2 hours more battery life. And that's one of the benefits of having so much space to use inside without having buttons on the outside to click, that you have so much more battery life now. But I have to say, they've really perfected these phones with the 6 Plus model. They perfected these phones. Because this feels so good. I really do not think that I would need a protective cover for the back. I just don't think I would. So now we gotta wait until October 27th. And you gotta wait till 3 a.m. in the morning just so you can be able to order the iPhone X. Then they also have the Apple Watch 3 that is cellular. Now, I was thinking about getting the 3, but I'm not paying any extra fees for cellular, even though it is kind of cool that you have the option to pay extra for the cellular. And as you can see, this is Apple Watch Series 3. This is the Nike Sport Band with the little perforated holes. And I really liked my Apple Watch, but I had a Series 1. I sold that on eBay, and I have a choice. I can either spend less money and get the Apple Watch Series 2, or I can get the Series 3. The only thing that would really make me get the Series 3 is the fact that I know it has more improvements over the 2. I think this is a 38mm if I'm not mistaken. No, this is a 42. Yeah, I haven't touched it in so long. It actually feels relatively small at this point. But the thing about it is, these that red dot that's on the side, I'm not sure if that signifies anything. Maybe it does. I haven't really done any research until I came here. I can always research online later. But you know, the Apple Watch is a very, very good product, and I liked having it. But the only thing I was worried about with my Series 1 was the fact it wasn't waterproof. But now they've pretty much made these things water resistant enough so you don't have to worry about water infiltration. You know, but it's a very good product, actually. Very, very good product. So they have an option for the cellular model. I don't know how much the carriers charge you to use cellular, even though it should not be an extra charge. It should go off your regular data cellular plan. But this is the reason why so many people like Apple. Like, you can talk about fanboys and this, that, and the other. The simple fact of the matter is, you ain't never seen a Samsung store look like this before. And there's a reason for that. It's simply because the products that they have are really luxury products, but they're not priced so ridiculously high that the average person can't afford them. It's like even this iPad right here. iPad minis are ubiquitous now. They basically give them away in certain industries. You get them damn near for free. And they give you so much productivity and ability to do things on the go, like especially if you fly a lot, you need light, you need powerful, you need a battery that lasts 10 hours. And they give you so many options. But this is a damn good product. Hi. Yeah, but I don't know. The Apple Watch Series 3 I might actually consider buying. but I'm not in any rush to buy it because I have a bunch of other watches. Like I have a Eco Drive Skyhawk, I have it in a different color, I have a Omega Speedmaster Pro. So, you know, these are cool and everything. And I did wait to the 3 instead of buying the 2. I waited to see what they were going to do this year. But Apple, I mean, they make a damn good freaking product. Me personally, I think that instead of making a 38, they should have made the 42 the smallest, and then they should have moved it up and made like a 50. Or maybe they should have a 38, a 42, and a 50, since, you know, these are really for small women's arms. Let's hear what they have to say.
That's not the way it usually snaps, though. They came up with a different closure, right?
No, same thing.
Oh, that is?
There's Apple TVs right there.
Even T-Mobile likes them.
Yo, look, I want the other one.
Great.
I want a red one, but I want a little red one. Thanks.
Nice new bands. They have like so many options of bands. It's like you didn't even need to buy the Apple Watch edition. They have those Hermes bands. Those are really expensive for whatever reason. I'm not paying nobody $1,000 for a freaking leather band. That's just dumb. Yep. Show me the Samsung store that looks like this, because I've never seen one. Even on the release of their best phones, I haven't seen one, and you never will. You just never will. Yep. Let me ask you something. With the Apple Watch 3, the charge for the cellular, how do they handle that? Like if you're an AT&T?
You would just, after you got it here, you just contact AT&T, and it's a $10 a month charge.
So that doesn't come out of tethering?
What does that mean?
Like tethering with the phone. It doesn't come out of like the phone tether if you tether to an iPad?
It's similar to that. So say you bought like a cellular iPad here, and you need to activate it. You'd go to your carrier, and there's a $10 a month fee. The iPhone, you'd have the same number on the watch, it'd be the same exact number, but just you're using your cellular access. So whether it's Verizon, AT&T, you have to reach out to your carrier, and it is a $10 a month fee.
It's $10.
That's it, $10 a month.
Wow. Okay, I was just wondering about that. Oh, and the other thing, is there a battery difference? Oh, sorry. Is there a battery difference between the 2 and the 3 as far as duration goes?
Yes, the battery is I don't have a specific number, but the battery is longer. Yes, but in the 3, the battery is better. However, I have a Series 1. I'm on 100%.
I had a Series 1.
Like the battery life on all of them are really good, honestly.
Well, the 1 I wasn't happy with the battery life. I heard the 2 was a little bit better, but I was deciding whether or not to get a 2 or a 3 with cellular.
Yeah, the battery life on the 3 is going to be even an upgrade compared to the 2 as well.
Okay. All right, I'll consider that.
Yeah.
And then the 3 would the price difference between the 3 cellular and the 3 regular is
$50.
$50. So the 3 regular 42 millimeters, how much?
3 regular, I want to say $349. It's actually on this iPad. If you check it out, you can kind of click it out.
Cool. Okay. It must be $50, so I'm guessing that the 3 with cellular must cost $400, but the rest of them cost like less than $350. Yeah, these guys are making a killing over here. It's just ridiculous. Models 3. Oh. $329 for a Series 3 GPS. $329 looks like it's the smallest fee that there is. And you'll probably notice if you go on Facebook, a lot of people are selling their Apple Watches. And you can get an Apple Watch dirt cheap Series 1 or Series 2 now, because a lot of people are trying to upgrade to the 3. I've seen no fewer than like 10 Apple Watches for sale. I sold mine on eBay because I don't really do sales on anything but eBay, because eBay makes it pretty eBay makes the entire experience of selling and buying better. I don't do that Craigslist shit, because as far as I'm concerned, Craigslist is for prostitutes and pimps. So I don't do Craigslist, I only do eBay.
How about the gray? The gray one.
This is how you have to buy them? You want to get that one? 38? You want to get this without cellular 38?
Could I ask you, the red dot symbolizes cellular?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. So the red dot symbolizes cellular. So if it's red dot, it's cellular. This is red dot. I have to say, I mean, you know, that red dot kind of could look out of place depending upon what color model you got. But the thing about it is, I'm assuming also that the red dot becomes an aesthetic for design, so that if anybody looks at your wrist and they see that red dot, they know, oh, this guy's the real McCoy. He's got the cellular model. Let me hide mine so this way he can't see that I don't have a red dot because mine's not cellular. And as far as weight, the cellular one also feels like it weighs a little more. Maybe I'm wrong, but it actually feels a little bit more, feels a little weightier. I can almost tell that there's a slight weight difference in the cellular model. Yeah, I think I'm definitely just going to get a cellular model. I'll probably get a cellular model. I'll do a review on it or something. And you know, the interesting thing is, shit, I could buy it right now. I could buy it right now. I didn't really come here planning on buying one of these things, but see, I really was gonna wait until I got the iPhone X. I really want to get that iPhone X. I didn't really come here for this, but I did like I did want to take a close look at it because I didn't really do any research online. But I'm gonna come back here on October 27th. I'm gonna buy the iPhone X, and probably on that same day I'll probably pick up Apple Watch 3. I want to see what other options are available for bands, because it looks like all of the options aren't really here right now. But I think if I'm gonna buy the thing, I'll just buy a cellular model, because they're saying that the battery might be a little bit better on the cellular model. So I don't know if they're gonna have that charging pad available, but that would be cool too. No, he's busy. Yeah, the charging pads. They have like the magnetic charging pads. Oh, and I think that's one right there. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, they got the magnetic charging pad over here. It's a magnetic charge pad, and I'd probably want to get this for the iPhone X, but I don't want this one. I want the one that's long and wide. Oh yeah, you see? They have the. Oh, this is it. Yeah, I never had one of the magnetic charge pads, but the new one that they have where you just lay everything flat on it, just like this, that's what I want to get. I want to get the one where you just lay stuff on it flat. Yep, so that's what I'm looking for. October 27th. You could tune in, and I'll either do a live video or I'm going to do one video where I just show that I come here to pick up the iPhone X, or to order the iPhone X October 27th. But I think you can't actually pick it up until like November 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really remember.
You have a stick. You know your stick? You have a stick.
Here's a question. When was the last time you saw a Samsung store like this? When I went to Dubai, I went to probably the best Samsung store in the world. I went to the Dubai Mall. In fact, I made a video of the Dubai Mall Samsung store, and I ain't never seen a Samsung store like this, ever. You please make me a video and show me a Samsung store like this right now. I ain't never seen a Samsung store that resembled America like this. I ain't never seen one. You can't show me one. There's nobody coming for the damn phones. It's boring. It's like they order that shit in the mail, T-Mobile drops it off in the mail, and that's it. It's like that's the end of your user experience. Apple says, you know what, we want to make a user experience where everybody, comes in and it's like a nice luxury shopping experience and everything. And that's the reason why they're kicking everybody's ass. Samsung, LG, Sony. It's no wonder why these guys cornered the market in profit. It's because you can't compete with this. You can't compete with this. They have a product that you just can't compete with. You can make shit that tries to take a little bit of market share away, but you can't compete with Apple. Who are you fooling? You can't fool with Apple, man. These guys got this shit on lock. Look at that. Look how solid that is. Look how, oh my goodness, look at that. Let's see, how's that tap and touch? Yeah, okay, so the Taptic engine feels about the same. And then they have the new iOS 11 and raise and lower the brightness and everything. And they just made it so, it looks great. Somebody's going to say, yeah, you're an Apple fanboy, you're an Apple fanboy. Well, I do own the stock, so I guess I have no choice but to be one. But I'll tell you what, it's a great place to be.